Hey everybody, back again to look at a stack of metal albums, some old, some new, and definitely a bit of contrasting styles as you're going to see. So we're going to start off with this. This is called Upon Desecrated Altars by Left Cross. This album just came out a couple weeks ago, and they are a death metal band from Richmond, Virginia, and this is their second full-length album. And I was under the impression this would be somewhat of a war metal kind of thing. I feel like that's the impression a lot of people get from it. But not really. It's more of a intense death metal. Death metal that's gesturing towards war metal, but not quite there. I read that in quite a few reviews, and I found myself definitely agreeing with that. Left Cross, kind of a interesting name. Kind of sounds more like a 1990s hardcore band, but it could probably mean a couple things. It could be devastating as a left cross to maybe, contrasting like the left hand path and Christianity. Nah, just a thought. But I think this is a really killer album. My favorite ones are probably tracks 3 and 4. Deity of Molten Iron and Burning Raids. Now, they apparently have at least one ex-member of Antichrist Siege Machine. That's their most recent album. Purifying Blade here. And another label mate, Left Cross, would be Mortiferum, who I'm bringing these out just because I thought, something like Antichrist Siege Machine and Mortiferum, mixing those together. These guys are all on the same label. Just what I was thinking. But this is probably my favorite album that I'm going to be looking at today. So next up is another death metal release, but this is quite a bit different. This is Fabricant, and the album's called Drudge to the Thicket. This is their debut full-length album, but this is much more of a progressive, technical take on death metal. I gave this a shot, but I got to admit, progressive, technical death metal isn't really my thing, but cool artwork, sounds great, and there's no doubt about it that these guys are amazing musicians. My last death metal album for today is the brand new album by Cruciamentum, Obsidian Refractions. This is, I guess you could say, an old school death metal band from England, and this is their second full-length album. It's been a bit of a long wait. Their debut full-length, Charnel Passages, that came out in 2015. And although I thought it was a great album at the time, it's definitely seems to have gone down as a bit of an underground classic. And I don't really remember it getting that much hype at the time, but it's definitely got a bit of a reputation here and now, and I gotta get back to that because it's been a couple years. But back to the new album. 6 songs, a couple are in the 10-minute range, and then the other 4 are kind of in the 5-minute range. I hear a lot of Incantation, Morbid Angel, and especially Dead Congregation. Sound's getting a lot of hype right now, and I think it's some good stuff. The main guy behind this band, I forget his name, but I think a big reason for the long wait between albums is he is getting a lot of production work. He's known for being one of the in producers right now, and I think he is the only person from the last album that's still involved. I'm just looking at some more albums. I believe there were some members from Grave Miasma, another British death metal band. They were part of the earlier stuff, but they seem to have since departed. This is their most recent full-length, as far as I can remember, Abyss of Wrathful Deities. And at least one member, one of the new members, is from Basilius, yet another British death metal band. This is Temple of the Abyss. They put one out after this. I just haven't bought that one yet. I probably will one day. Solid band. But as much as I like this album, I think for this month's death metal, I think I like the Left Cross a little bit more. So after talking about a number of different styles of death metal, I'm going to be looking at something very contrasting, and it's definitely arguable if it's a metal band, probably not, but Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They are more of a rock, pop, holiday music thing, but there's definitely elements of metal in it. They're an American band that was formed by producer Paul O'Neill in 1996, and he started it with 2 members of Savatage and a couple other musicians, and it went on to be a big success. So this is a collection. It's called the Christmas Trilogy. It's got their first, second, and 4th full-length albums and a bonus DVD. That's a mixture of like storyline and a produced live performance. I don't think there was a crowd or anything. And there's definitely a lot of stuff that I'm not into in here, but I like most people. You know, I have a soft spot for Christmas. I can get with some music like this. And I first became aware of them back, I'm gonna say about 13 years ago. My wife bought me tickets for Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and she's just like, I know you like Christmas, I know you like hard rock, seems like it's kind of a mix of things. So we went, and we had a great night out, and I don't know how I haven't been back, but I love to go see them one time. They came to Toronto just maybe a week or 2 ago. It just wasn't in the cards for us to make it. The most well-known song on here is definitely Christmas Eve, Sarajevo. You've all heard that song before, and it is a clear highlight, but my sentimental favorite is Music Box Blues, which is the last song on the second album, The Christmas Attic. I just find that a pretty emotional, sentimental song, and good stuff. I also have the 5th album, Night Castle. What differentiates this is that this is not really as much of a Christmas-centric release. It's just kind of more of a wintry, classically influenced, pop-influenced rock album. So for Trans-Siberian Orchestra, I think you definitely want to stick to the Christmas music. That's what they do best. And I'm not even sure if those Savatage guys are still part of it, because this isn't just a band. If you go see them live, this is like, I don't know, 50, 100 people, dancers, background singers, narrators, actors. It's a whole thing. They have, I think, at least 2 productions of this going on, not year round, but each group is playing 2 shows a day on the other side of the country. It's definitely turned into a big business. And they did put out a 6th and most recent full-length album back a couple years ago. I don't think I have any interest in buying any more releases from them, but I definitely see them live again. So that's it. Some Christmas music, some death metal music, and I hope to put out a couple more videos before the year's over. Thanks for watching. See you later.